guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the week preceding January 16th. Yes, I know what month it is. I got a lot of review books this last week, so I'm going to go ahead and go through those. A lot of these were ones that I just requested from NetGalley, and then for some reason a whole bunch of them got approved, and now I have all these books to read. All right, so the first one I got from NetGalley for review is Star Eater by Kristen Hall. This doesn't come out until June 22nd. And it is this pretty much just sounded really weird and interesting. It's about a hellish world that is raised up from the earth on these like pillars, and basically some god did this or goddess did this, and the nuns that worship her have some sort of cannibalistic society where they eat each other to gain power. It just sounded really weird. It is a Tor.com book, which they've come out with some really interesting stuff lately. So I'm excited to read it, and I think it will be a very fascinating read. It'll probably be a little while before I read it, though, because it doesn't come out until June. So there's that. All right. The next one I got that I'm really excited about for review is A Stranger in Town by Kelly Armstrong. And this is the 6th Rockton novel. This comes out pretty soon. It comes out February 9th, so maybe 3 weeks or so. And the Rockton series is a very well done kind of mystery survival series done by Armstrong. I actually like it a lot better than her Women of the Other World series. It's about a remote town up in the Yukon where people either go for protection or criminals pay to be there for protection as well. So you end up with an interesting combination of like people who are under witness protection and criminals that are paying for protection in this small, very rustic town. And to add to the interest, there are native people who live in the area as well, and sometimes there's some conflicts between the two. Lots of mysteries, lots of action, a little bit of a thriller aspect to it. So I really enjoy the Rockton series, and this is the 6th book, so very excited to get that. All right, another series book that I got for review, and that is Calculated Risks, and this is the 10th book in the Encrypted series, which is a cryptozoology-themed urban fantasy series by Shauna McGuire. This, I believe, is the 3rd book that features Sarah Zelby, who is a cuckoo who, anyways, read the series if you want to know about it. But this has been a very good urban fantasy series. It's much more lighthearted than the October Day series, but still has some really wonderful characters and action and a really cool world and story. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that. I've actually been liking that series even more than the October Day series. All right. Another series book for review, and this one has been a long time coming. So that is Winterkeep by Kristen, Cashore, and this one comes out next week. It comes out January 19th, and it is the 4th Graceling Realm novel. However, the last one in the series was Bitterblue, and it came out in 2012, so it's been about 9 years since we saw a book in this series. I believe that this does feature like Bitterblue and some of the other characters. I always liked the series. The earlier books in the series were very like fantasy adventure. Later on, they were a lot more politics and intrigue. But yeah, very curious to see how this ends up being after such a long time. All right, I did get one book for review that is a completely new series and a relatively new author. And that is The Infinity Courts by Akemi Dawn Bowman. This comes out in April, so we've got a little bit of time before this is released. And it sounds like it's set either like in present day or somewhat in the future, and it's about a girl who like gets murdered, and she wakes up in this in-between world of the Infinity Courts where a virtual assistant from Earth has made herself a god in this in-between or something like that. It sounded really weird. Bowman also wrote Harley in the Sky, which I liked a lot. It was about a girl who was a tightrope walker performer and kind of her struggles. Yeah. So I was just thinking I remember Harley in the Sky really well because I was flying down for work because it was an ice storm, so I wasn't going to drive down to the plant in Missouri. So I flew down and I ended up stuck in the Kansas City airport for like 8 hours on the plane. Like, they had us board the plane and not get off because the waiting area was over capacity. And just as we were going to take off, they had a plane fly off the runway, and it was just a comedy of errors, the whole experience. It was like, it got delayed, and then they loaded new people on our plane, and then they loaded new people on the plane. Someone had a medical emergency. We almost took off. Someone else demanded to be let off. It was a thing. I think I was supposed to be back in Minnesota at 7 a.m. and I got back at 9 p.m. at night or something like that. And the whole time I had spent sitting in a plane. Anyways, that's what that author reminds me of. So hopefully, while reading The Infinity Courts, I will have a better experience than I read reading Harley in the Sky. It was a good book. It just, what was going on while I was reading it wasn't great. All right. The other book, one of the other books I got is an audiobook, and that is Midlife Fairy Hunter, and this is the second book in the 40 Proof series by Shannon Mayer. This is an urban fantasy series. It's well done. I like the characters in the first novel. It does feature a woman in her 40s, and they make kind of a big deal about that. And I will say it's interesting to read an urban fantasy where our main protagonist is in her 40s and struggles with things that people in their 40s struggle with, like being sore and needing to take Advil occasionally to get through the day. So I like the first book. I thought it was well done, and I went ahead and picked this up. Just kind of a fun urban fantasy series. All right, and then lastly, I did get 2 books from the library that I'd had on hold for a while. The first one is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I really loved her novella, To Be Taught If Fortunate, and this is the first novel in her Wayfarers series. So I thought I'd go ahead and give it a shot and see how I liked it. I believe there's like 4 books in that series right now. It's a science fiction type book, if you could tell from the cover. And the second one I got from the library is Peace Talks by Jim Butcher. And this is the, oh my gosh, I don't even know. This is remedying the mistake I made last week. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the 16th book in the Jim Butcher series. You guys know I got Battleground last week and realized that I had not read Peace Talks yet, so I was able to get it from my library. There was like one other person in front of me or something, but I went ahead and picked it up this week when they notified me my hold was in. So that is what I got. So we got 2 books from the library. 1 audiobook makes 3, and then we've got, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 review books. So 8 books total. So that's what I got this week. Quite a bit more than I was expecting to get. I knew the 2 books from the library might be coming up, but I did not know that I did not know I was going to get all those audiobooks. I cannot speak today. Yeah, other than that, we're having our snowstorm here in Minnesota. I'm doing this pretty early in the morning on Friday, and yeah, it's just snowing. My husband and I have been having a kind of tradition of, we always get up and start work between 6 and 6:30, but we will just go to the grocery store Friday morning. We'll leave at like 6:45, go to the grocery store, get groceries, and be back by like 7:30, 7:45. And it's just always dead at Super Target then, and they restock Friday mornings, so there's a lot more stuff there because they're still having a lot of stocking troubles with various items in the grocery store. Anyways, so that's normally our tradition, but we are in the middle of a pretty big snowstorm and roads are really icy. It's alternating between like rain and snow, so stuff is freezing, and so we're just skipping that this morning and hanging out. We'll probably go do it either Saturday morning or maybe late tonight or late Friday night. Yeah, tonight. Today's Friday. Other than that, I don't know what to say. We're looking forward to taking a short little vacation break in a couple weeks. We're going to rent a cottage up on the North Shore and just like go snowshoeing and hiking. We really haven't been anywhere since August, I think. We kind of went through that series of like lots of COVID exposure through my son's school hockey and my work. And so we were quarantined a lot of that time. And then after that, we just didn't want to risk it anymore. So we were being super careful. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I don't have a ton more to say than that. I hope you guys got a lot of great books this week and that you have a great week of reading. And I will talk to you on Wednesday. I'm doing another kind of different not off topic, it's on topic, but just a different kind of YouTube video. So there'd be another kind of I think it's a top 20 list this time. So you can look forward to that. Anyways, have a great week, and I will talk to you in a few days. Bye.